58. We are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Mahomes. Setting up the screen to Pirine. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Mahomes going to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Now Mahomes. He'll get this out to his running back, Pirine. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Samaje Pirine, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018. Second year in the league, but his first as a full-time starter. I go back to 2000 with the Vikings and Dante Culpepper. Also his first year as a starter. But this would be something I think would be very noteworthy.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Back to Taylor on first down. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 2nd and 6 from the 10. And that'll be taken in by Strong. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Taylor will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After a break down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments preventable.
Now the ball comes loose. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run once more with Taylor. And he's got some space here. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff, Taylor with it. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field.
Touchdown! Michael Pittman from 8 yards out. And the Colts have taken the lead. You do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. KC's offense ready to take over. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. A first carry for Samaje Perine. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. This one is caught. It's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Mahomes throw there into the hands of Ross. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
Colts taking the field again, running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well. And by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who is shaken up on that last play. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now here's Mahomes. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
give to Taylor. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second down, another run with Taylor. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good for him. Who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's got Rome. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 123 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys to the Super Bowl. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the handoff, Taylor, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Taylor. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Now Taylor. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he takes it in for a good score. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. They'll try here for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that drive consumes 9 plays in total. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 3 yards remain for second down. Here's Pirine. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelce. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. Now a carry for Pirine. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Mahomes. Caught, Kelce, left side. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Willie Snead. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they...
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Colts are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Meanwhile, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Down at the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 25 yards. And the Colts start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Slant route, that's complete to Travis Kelce. And he's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. The pass complete on the crossing route. This is Tony with it. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Adam Prentice. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Colts are champions of the AFC as we
the top or you just like the
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Rams and the Colts, and it's coming up next.
So it all comes down to this. We are ready, and Super Bowl 58 off and running from New Orleans. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Tackle there by Nick Cross.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And this one hits at the 1. Continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who have been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things.
And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's first and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on second and 4. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On third down, Mayfield. That's caught inside the 20. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Mayfield now. He's got Higbee complete right side. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. To throw, Mayfield. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Third and goal, a big play in the Super Bowl. And again, it's Mayfield. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee from 8 yards out. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Lutz good on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Back to Taylor on first down. And some room to run now. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, out back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They run once more with Taylor. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. They're going to look to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Up the middle, here's Taylor, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course.
Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard. On the counter, it's Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give to Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. Mayfield to throw it. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion. And that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And now possession's gonna go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. 2nd and 6. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he pulls it in for the Colts touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Colts are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on fourth down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the fourth quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
They'll let Taylor try and run. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's really hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Colts, from 19 yards away. And the Colts are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him during the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Rams offense now. They get set and head back onto the field. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the fourth quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll dump this off to Akers. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield over the middle. That's hauled in by Kupp. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner coming in to drop it for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. 4th down, Mayfield. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. To the right side, this is Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 11. Again, it's Taylor. And he's able to get this one down to about the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. On the handoff, Taylor. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way out to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. Second down and 7. Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Mayfield on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 6 yards left on second down. Taylor. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in Indianapolis. The Colts are the Super Bowl champs. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.